So, you wanted the IRS to tax your company as an S-Corp, but you found out your election is late. Is there a way for you to get the IRS to approve your late election? Possibly, but you've got to watch this video to find out how to fix it. So let's get to it. What's up, guys? Welcome to Tax Chit Chat, the place where we talk all things tax all the time. Normally, a person has 2 months and 15 days to make the election to have their company taxed as an S-Corp. But if that deadline is missed, here are 3 steps a person should take if they want the IRS to grant their S-Corp relief for filing their election late. First, ensure you're in the time window. Since the fine folks at the IRS know that mistakes happen, they came up with some guidance for requesting relief from making a late S-Corp election. This guidance is known as IRS Revenue Procedure 2013-30, but us tax pros tend to call it Rev Proc 2013-30. Now, there are several qualifiers for using this procedure, but the most important one has to do with time. More specifically, the relief for filing late has to be requested within 3 years and 75 days after the effective date of the intended election. So, if you haven't passed that time frame just yet, then you may still be in the hunt to get your election approved. Next, complete Form 2553. Form 2553, election by a small business corporation, is used by a corporation or other eligible entity to tell the IRS that they want to be taxed as an S-Corp. This is true if you are filing the election on time or sending it in late. Now, if you're making the election late, there are 2 important things that you want to do on this form. First, make sure that you write filed pursuant to Rev Proc 2013-30 in the top margin of the first page of Form 2553. And if this is being filed with the Form 1120-S, meaning the income tax return for the corporation or an S-Corp, then the words includes late election filed pursuant to Rev Proc 2013-30 must be included in the top margin of the first page of Form 1120-S. So, what's the second most important thing, Jared? Well, you're going to need to tell the IRS why you didn't file the election on time. This is done in Part 1, Item I of Form 2553. And if you're wondering what to include, just look at Rev Proc 2013-30 for guidance surrounding reasonable cause, which I've put a link to in the description of this video. Lastly, send the IRS the form. The last thing to do is to send Form 2553 to the IRS for review and approval. This can be done via fax or regular mail. The IRS will then review the forms and send you a letter telling you if the S-Corp status has been approved or denied. So the most important thing to note is that you have to assume that you are not an S-Corp until the IRS notifies you that you are. Now, the approval process can take some time, meaning like months. Like seriously, it can be super long, and especially now during COVID, the IRS is really out of sorts, okay? So just be patient, and if you don't hear anything from them, then see the instructions in Form 2553 on how to follow up with them. Now, if all of this sounds confusing or you do not even want to deal with any of this, then make sure you check out the link of our blog post in the description of this video. In that post, we go deep into how the process works, provide examples of when exactly you need to file Form 2553 depending on when you want the election to be effective, what Rev Proc 2013-30 requires, and how you can have us do your late election relief request if you don't want to do it. And at the time of this video, we are currently batting 1,000 in terms of getting all of the late S-Corp elections we've submitted approved for our clients with the IRS. So check us out. So until we meet again, friends, keep earning, keep learning, and just like that, this chat is adjourned.